What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Golden Dice Podcast. I'm your host, Brian. We are here joined by Scott and Flock. How are you doing tonight, boys?
Flockton's missing the game.
Yes.
Flock is missing
They
the
took
socks.
me out of the Red Sox game, a 3-3 game going into the bottom of the seventh.
It's not like we had this scheduled.
We didn't.
Flock, yeah, someone forgot to turn his notifications back on.
Big business meeting
Scott,
today.
And Scott, while we were waiting for you to join for like 30 seconds, he was like, I can't believe you're making me miss. There's the bottom of the eighth. And I said, there's the bottom of the seventh. He goes, there's the bottom of the seventh? He doesn't know what innings it is.
It's still important. I want to
It
watch
doesn't
it.
It's still important. All right, so anyway, we're here to talk about our experience at our first limited PQ that we enjoyed. Some of us enjoyed more than others on Saturday at Games and Stuff, Maryland. So
Games and Stuff, Maryland.
Let's talk about our general first impressions of how the event went before we even jump into details and how we did, what we played, blah blah blah. Who wants to start? Anyone feeling particularly jazzed? Scott, let's go.
I'll go. I mean, yeah. I felt like the organization that went into the limited registration of the pool and then the deck building, I thought it was pretty good. I think the guidelines for time need to be flip-flopped. I think maybe they gave too much time for the initial pool verification and not enough time for the subsequent verification of your own pool and deck building. Yeah. Not to say my deck was built real quick. That was, kind of just what was dealt me. But I think in general, like, I did not feel like there was time to build a deck, verify your entire own pool, and sleeve a deck in that, 30 minutes?
Yes, it was 45 minutes for opening and verification, and then another 30 for building your deck and your own verification.
Yeah, I think that should have been flip-flopped because I think obviously building and your own verification takes longer than just verification.
Yeah, and I think they did put a lot of pressure on us as far as saying, like, hey, if you are wrong, you and the person you're verifying, that's a problem, right? Yeah. You are both in trouble.
So the guy I was across from, he actually did a very good job. He actually, this is the point I was going to get into, but they put it all the cards were in color and they were in alphabetical order. He gave it to me in alphabetical order. So my verification of my own cards was super quick. It was just bang, 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 bang going down the line. Took me probably less than 2 minutes to verify my own cards that he did. So that was super awesome.
They did provide us a sheet that had every single card from Legends of the Force in order of alphabetically: Vigilance, then Command, then Aggression, and then Cunning, Villain, Neutral, Hero. They had boxes for each. Each was alphabetically sorted. So there was a semblance of organization there. And they did ask us, do we prefer it card numbered? Do we prefer it? So which is like Vigilance, Villainy, Vigilance, Neutral, or I'm sorry, Vigilance, Hero, Vigilance, Neutral, so on and so forth. Or do you prefer it alphabetized? I think you're going to get a good split 50-50 almost. Yeah. Maybe 70-30, 60-40.
Well, card number, isn't the problem that don't foils have different card numbers?
Foils don't, but hyperspace and hyperspace foils
hyperspace
do.
and hyperspace foils do. So
but how many of those in 6 packs are you really going to get?
Any amount just makes it so that sheet gets double the size.
No, you wouldn't.
You don't have to. Yeah, you can do it up to the original print.
You do the original print and say you get 5 that are either hyperspace foil or hyperspace, put them off to the side, and you can easily figure out where they go in the slots.
I mean, it's not that difficult to figure out where the card is specifically. It's just a matter of preference, I guess, and how they're sorting.
Number would be a lot easier for me. That's one thing I would change, is it being in number order. I feel like it would make it a lot easier than, because I was constantly going up and down because of my dyslexia, trying to figure out some of the letters. So it would be a lot easier for the number because it's a lot easier to read just the
colors,
2-3 digit number.
Yeah. Yeah, that too. I mean, and you kind of have a semblance of where you're looking in the section. Yeah. I thought it was fine overall. I mean, I had a great time with this event, and I think that the general sentiment was like, thank God this is limited and not premier right now. And I think we share that sentiment on Saturday. We were kind of like, just kind of threw our stuff in the bag and went.
I love
didn't have to worry about the
It did make it very easy. Yeah, you didn't have to like how much can you really practice for limited because you just don't know what you're going to open.
Right.
You obviously can have awareness of the power cards that you're looking for, but it is what you're going to open.
Yeah, the familiarity of the set. I mean, that is the practice you're doing, knowing kind of what are the cards you're looking for, like Protect the Pod, Whirlwind of Power, any legendary that works within your color is good. Thousands of Sass, like there are certain cards that are known, right?
Yes.
And then there are the odd gem where people like read that. What does that do? So kind of knowing what your game plan is going into it is it makes a lot of sense. So let's talk about the general process. We kind of alluded to it already. The melee link gets sent out, and they kind of seat you in different. You have assigned seating.
Yeah.
They give you a checklist. They give you your 6-packs. They gave one side black pens and the other side blue pens.
Yeah, they were regimented with that.
Yeah, and I think that there is a lot of fail safes it put in there that you can kind of. They thought it out, right? Or whoever planned it.
Minus only having the one red pen.
Yes, minus only the one. Yeah, because people made mistakes. Obviously, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
The judge has to come and verify that, hey, I put this here. I put Yoda here, but I meant to put a Yoda's lightsaber, that kind of thing, right? Mm-hmm. And that happened a lot. You heard a lot of judge flying around at the beginning of the event. So, as we said before, there was 45 minutes for you opened your packs. You stacked them, you wrapped them in the checklist, and you passed it to the person across from you. They then spent the time verifying all the cards that you had pulled in your pool, so that you're not kind of slipping in like a constructed lightsaber, a Gungi, a Kiadi Mundi, right? Like I said, I think that they did a great job at kind of monitoring and making sure that all these variables were sorted out.
I didn't even look at my cards as I first opened the packs. I opened them upside down and just counted.
I think we were supposed to do that. Some people were doing it the other way, but you're supposed to have it upside down.
Whoops. I did. I had a quick. I was counting them. So counting them one way and counting them the other way, whatever. I mean, the person across from me did the same thing.
Yeah. I don't think it matters.
I don't think it does either. And honestly, looking at that from the quick, like I counted and I looked and I was like, oh. I don't remember what was in there. Yeah. It's a quick glance, but so then you are passed back your packs and you're kind of left up to the poll gods, right? As far as what you get, and that will make or break your day, I think, honestly. So let's get into our pools. I think we should just kind of jump in and kind of chat about it. So Scott, I'm going to throw your list.
Now, throughout the event, did you guys notice any like big issues with like deck registration errors? Did those ever come up?
Our one local Rob had a problem, and it wasn't like a deck registration kind of thing, but like he had one sleeve that didn't match the rest of his sleeves. Ahsoka's lightsaber and the darksaber sleeves are like slightly different. Like that was something that I saw, but like deck registration, not really.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't notice anything either. I just was,
I think it went off pretty well. I think they were doing deck checks. Like,
yeah, I mean, you need to be doing more deck checks than you would in a normal event because
who knows what you have in your pool?
Yeah,
right. So Scott, I'm going to throw your list up, and we can kind of take a look and see what you get.
All right, so this is my 30 cards. As you can see here, it's a Mother Talzin red deck. I did have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is it? 7 turn 1 plays, not counting Sorcerer's Blast, obviously, since that doesn't really count. Drain Essence can kind of count. So maybe 8 because you can use it on a 2 health thing to get the force, kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So as my opponent is registering my pack, he's like oohing and eyeing at certain things. So I had a 3 rare pack. I had 3 legendaries in my 6 packs, but 2 of the legendaries, as you can see, there's only 1 on this list. 2 of the legendaries were double colors, and 2 of the cards in the double rare pack were double aspect as well.
Ugh.
So I ended up with like actually less playable cards than if I had just pulled normal cards. But it is kind of funny that I had the power level of those cards spiked. I would have had a ridiculous pool. But as you can see, I had a very middling pool where there's there's decent cards throughout. There's a lot of really good events in what I pulled. I mean, I obviously like have a whirlwind of power. I have a concussive blow. I've got a Talzin assassin. That's basically a unit and an event at the same time. Yeah. But I had a sorcerer's blast. I had drain essence. I had some things to play here. But my units are very middling. They are just they're like my three costs are garbage. Hyena Bomber, Jedi in Hiding, Magistrate Scout, Supremacy Tie. All of those are not very good. Jedi in Hiding with its discard ability is like fine-ish, but its stats are really bad for 3. And with the way my game's played out, that was especially kind of came up. Like I did have an okay like kind of end with like say if we go like Old Daka into Pon Krell into Bendu, that's not too bad. Bendu's a playable legendary in this. Heirloom Lightsaber on Talzin, it's not too bad. But yeah, really, really just had like a very map pool. And going through my other cards and my other aspects, I did also pull a Snoke leader. So my leaders were Snoke, double Talzin, and then like irrelevant nothings, like things that are just not useful to look at. And I could not play Snoke because I did not have really any green villainy cards. I had 3, and one was a constructed lightsaber. And I did not, as you can see, have very many villainy like red and blue cards. Like as you're looking through this, like red, Inquisitor I could have Inquisitor. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, it's green.
It's constructed saber. You didn't use it. That's crazy.
No, constructed saber. I would have used in this in Inquisitor's lightsaber. But like as you can see here, like Acolyte from Beyond, the 2 strike ships, but then like Scythe is my next like villainy red card.
Yeah,
I just did not have enough villainy cards to run Snoke, so I had to go with Talzin. She's a very good leader. I think she's better in draft than she is in limited because her -1/-1 is not permanent, whereas your Obi-Wans and your Snokes, the experience is permanent, so you can capitalize on it. If you can't capitalize on Talzin's -1/-1 in the moment, it doesn't work. Right. And there's a bunch of cards in here that allow me to capitalize it. Sorcerer's Blast, Whirlwind of Power, Drain Essence, a few Talzin's Assassin. You can combo those things up. But I really didn't have any power plays, and it showed through in my games. My first opponent, he was very dejected about his pool. He was like, I had to run like 4 colors. He's like, I have a lot of power cards. I just didn't have a lot of cards to flesh it out. But he had the power cards. He opened Gungi Grogu on me 3 times. And as you can see with my turn 1 plays, a Gungi is a problem to begin with. Yeah. A Grogu-backed Gungi is impossible because he can trade into anything that I play and heal up. So it was really rough. I took 1 game from him, but I lost the other 2. And then in my round 2, I was against a Snoke player that was heavily in space. I do have some decent space in the beginning, and I was able to take a game because I opened up, like I went first and opened up strike ship to his strike ship. Like that's easy peasy. But again, like the permanence of his experience allowed him to out-tempo me, and he ended up being able to win game 3 of the 3-game set with a what is it? The rampaging ravenous Raktar, the guy that does 1 damage to ground units.
Raven and Gundark.
Raven and Gundark. That killed my old Daka with a lightsaber, Xaxes. Had he not been able to clear that, I would have been able to control the board. So I ended up going 0-2, and I split. I went and got barbecue at Mission Barbecue, and I took the drive home. I wasn't really like enthused about the pool, and like it would have just been playing some middling swoo that I with like Luthen Rao and Wampas. wasn't that inspiring to begin with. I checked out my pool again when I got home just to make sure that I didn't like overlook anything, and this is kind of what I was stuck with playing, and it's a serviceable but middling deck. I'd say it's like a C, and the problem is if you run into anything that's like better than a C, you're going to be really, really struggling to put things together, and obviously things like Grogu is just
yeah, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah, that's really tough to come back from.
I think that one of the trends that we noticed at this event particularly was that the holy trinity here of limited in sealed at least is going to be Snoke, Talzin, Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
those are your 3 go-to big wig, as you'll see in our pools. You'll see those are the three that you want that have the biggest effect as a leader, like you said, Scott. The -1/-1 or the +1/+1s that last really do add up in the course of a game. So Flockton, let's talk about your pool.
Ooh.
Anything else you want to add before I move on, Scott?
No. Oh,
that was
Scott.
a beautiful recap.
Yeah. No, nothing. I mean, like I said, I think I had like really good events. I think if I had like another crushing blow, I could have come back from those, like, because that's how I countered the one.
Right.
He dropped Gungi, put an experience on it the next turn, and I crushing blowed. But
Good guard.
I didn't, I didn't see that as often as he saw the Gungi.
Yeah. All right, Flock, let's take a look at yours.
Yep. So I was on Talzin Red as well. I really didn't want to do this just because I was trying to play something other than Talzin because I knew there's gonna be a bunch of other Talzins. I also pulled a Snoke, a Rey, Grand Inquisitor, and 2 Anakin Skywalkers. Same thing with Scott. The Snoke, I had 2 green, and one of them was the Grand Inquisitor lightsaber. So Snoke green was just, I couldn't do it. Like, I looked at my cards, I couldn't do it because I had no villainy. And then I looked at all my other villainy units. There weren't too many villainy units. There was a few, but not what I would have wanted to play with Snoke. And then 2 Anakin Skywalkers was really tough. I was tempted to do it, but then when I looked at my villainy non-unit cards, it was, I think, the Grand Inquisitor lightsaber and like 3 events that were just awful. That was it. So I was just like, so 3 of my cards were just gone. And then looking at Rey, I just don't know if I didn't feel comfortable with Rey in my pool, and Grand Inquisitor, I just didn't feel like playing him because I feel like I didn't have enough like upgrades. So I ended up going with Talzin. I actually had a pretty good, decent Talzin list here. So I was very disappointed in the way I played. I ended up going 1-2. Won the first game. I was playing against another Talzin deck, and we kind of went back and forth with our Talzin actions, trying to get the best play possible, and I was able to just barely sneak out some good things. My favorite was just getting Talzin out with a Asajj Ventress. I had 2 of them. So on my flip turn with Talzin, literally making her 5 damage was super awesome. And if you count these, it's actually 31. I didn't fix the thing when I sent it to you. So the heirloom lightsaber was my sideboard. I was constantly putting that in for do or do not.
I think that should have probably been in there instead of do or do not.
Yeah, 100%. As soon as I got to game 1, I was looking at my cards. I was like, why didn't I put the heirloom lightsaber in there? So that was like instantly do or not. One of them comes out, and I put heirloom lightsaber in for game 2. But yeah, I kind of liked my opening hands that I had for turn 1 plays. Secret Sage, 2 Night Sister Warriors, Karis, and then the Infused
exactly
Brawler.
What you want.
Yep, and then the
There's a Singleton Premier Talzin deck.
Like, yeah, so I got some good opening hands.
Yeah, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that get you the Force.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
and then your non-Force is the Strike Ship, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Just having that out there was super awesome. Even if I wasn't getting the Force on that, it was just like that's doing 3 damage in space and just showing some damage there. And then having the Grand Inquisitor as my turn 2 was like my second play turn was always good. And I had all the good events. I had Shatterpoint, Whirlwind of Power, Crushing Blow, the Drain Essence, Cure Wounds was really, really actually very good, especially when Talzin comes out and I want to do some trading. And then I can just heal her up for 6 damage. So Cure Wounds was also fantastic. So yeah, and then also Tragedy of Plagueis. Literally, we have Power of the Dark Side at home. That card was very good. The one time I was playing a Snoke. Was it a Snoke? I forget who else. I forget which match it was, but they like upgrade and then experience tokens, and the guy was super, super big, and I drew top deck this, and I was like, okay, cool, I could just kill it. So very, very awesome. And yeah, I think my pool was decent. I just got outplayed after winning round 1, round 2. I played a guy playing Grand Inquisitor, and he just had all the upgrades. He was dropping Porgs, and then a Porg with a lightsaber, and I'm just like, what do I do here? Because it's just so big, and I couldn't stop it because I can minus it.
You Crushing Blow it.
Yeah. I didn't have Crushing Blow at the time.
I know that's
the
answer.
Yeah, I literally found it a little too late. So it was I could not kill some of the upgrades. So one thing I noticed most of the time when I lost, it was upgrades. Upgrades are very, very good.
Yeah.
in this. Like if you even out of aspect, getting an upgrade on a unit there's a lot less just defeat in this. I mean, you have Shatterpoint, you have Crushing Blow, but like it's a lot less, especially in limited format. You have one of, if that, and then you got to find it.
Yep.
So yeah, upgrades were just so good and just absolutely destroyed me. And I got outplayed by my round 2 and round 3. Got completely outplayed. And then yeah, I should have pulled a Scott, and after I got 2 losses left because my round 4. Let's just say I did not have fun, and I just got up and left mid game. Yeah,
that does happen sometimes.
Yeah, I was up. Yeah, I won the first game, and then I was about to win the second game, and I did not like the way the game was going, so I just got up and left. I didn't want to. I went and got home.
Damn, man, you gotta protect your protect your own health there.
Yes, exactly.
Champ. That happens, and it's a shame that, like, looking at your pool, I mean, you do have like the typical, like, if it was a singleton from your Talzin deck, like modified a little bit.
I think the main weakness of this is the top end. Like, obviously, once like the Graceful Purgle is fine, the Ravenous Rat is like you probably want to see like 2 other cards on the 6 to 7 range that are stronger, and I think that would have helped carry your deck.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, everything below that from Asajj down, like Hyena Bombers, whatever, Jedi in Hiding, they're fine. I think Do or Do Not might be a little bit of a trap card.
It is.
I didn't use it once.
I can't confirm.
I didn't use it once.
I think it's a definite trap card just because you have too many other things to use the Force on.
These were my best cards, and I threw them in there, and I forgot about Heirloom. I was like, I'd rather Heirloom Lightsaber.
Yeah, Heirloom Lightsaber.
So that was a huge mistake by me. I don't think it costed me the game because, like, I think
doubtful, but
doubtful that one thing, but it was. I definitely eventually put it in, and it was useful. But yeah, my 4 drops were bad. I think that was the biggest thing. Like those 4 costs, all 4 bad. I did not like them at all. I think I might have played 2 of them. I think I played the Missile Gunship and the Spectre twice and the Missile Gunship once, and that was it. They were just, I'd rather on the turn 4 drop a 3 cost and maybe a Cure Wounds or something like that, or
You'd rather like Sorcerer's
or even Sorcerer's
exactly Grand Inquisitor or something.
Exactly. I think I did that. I did that once too. Like I'd rather that than those 4 drops that I had. They were just, so I think like you're saying, before Talzin coming out and then after Talzin coming out, I didn't really have much to go for. So, but
I agree.
But I got outplayed by my opponents. They were very good. So
that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, any other takeaways? I think that was good. That's a shame that happened though.
Yeah.
The way that happened.
It's all good.
Let's look at my pool. My pool was crazy. My leader choices were Ahsoka, Barriss, Cal, Morgan, Third Sister, or Obi-Wan. And I was definitely looking at Obi-Wan or Ahsoka, believe it or not, because Sentinel on a Stick is pretty good. Looking at this, though, I thought that my red and my green obviously was just too good to pass up. It was going to be either blue-green or green-red, and clearly I went with the green-red. It served me pretty okay. You can see my top end is absolutely stacked, right? My curve out in from like the Relic Scavenger giving me restore into like a long beam or a mace or a Ravenous Rathar. The Ravenous Rathar is like, oh my god, what do you do about that? Right?
Yeah.
Like 8 to the face, plus an experience, so 9 to the face. Like you're on the clock if you can't deal with that. Mace came down and cleared out a ton of stuff early because I could get Consular out and reliably get the Force. I did have the Witch of the Mist to drop. I had Adigalia turn 1, a lot of good turn 1 plays. Half of them don't give me the Force. More than half don't give me the Force, actually. I think only 3 give me the Force, but
needed a Gungi.
Yeah, I did. Gungi would have been very clutch here. Obviously the worst, you can see that my 3 drop is Singular Hyena Bomber,
and it's a terrible one.
It's a terrible one, right? It actually did come in clutch.
You've got enough red.
Yeah. It did kill a lot of things because like my turn 1 plays, so which is the Mist, Adigalia, Frynok, Fearnock, or Jedi Starfighter, all of those that came down, I was able to kill like, something insignificant if I had already traded up or tried to trade up. Protect the Pod, incredible. Jedi Temple Guards, incredible. which you wouldn't think that they're incredible, but they pop in, they restore, and they get you the Force. They don't have to live, right? They don't have to clear out a target. They're doing what they're doing. And if they do live, pop an experience on it. It's great. Quinlan and the Heavy Blaster Cannon is a gross combo. A disgusting combo.
Yeah, I put a heirloom lightsaber on Quinlan on occasion just to put him above that threshold.
Quinlan's excellent in limited, I think. Putting the Heavy Blaster Cannon and killing, like, it was great. I killed a Gungan warrior with that. They came out shielded. They have 2 health. Mm-hmm. People are like, I put the Gungan warrior down. I'm safe. Heavy Blaster Cannon. Cleared out. And now Quinlan's sitting for 6 plus 2 to the base every time he attacks. Crazy. Didn't use the Blockade Runner. The 2 hunting Nexus was crazy because you drop those. They play off each other. As you can see, I have enough red in there that they were hitting for 6 every time. Mm-hmm. Once you put an experience on them with Obi-Wan, they're hitting for 7 every time. That was enough to clear another Obi-Wan, which came in handy because I played 4 Obi-Wans that day. That was fun, to say the least, 4 Obi-Wan mirror matches. You're going to notice at the top end, I've got Kelleran and Yoda, which Yoda saved my bacon a couple times. You're going to notice some out of aspect, crazy to the moon plays, right? I've got Deba Balaba, comes in at 8. That only got like 1 or 2 uses, but I kind of was helpful. Came in, got the Force, cleared something out, had Saboteur.
You've got a lot of restore shields here, so I can see the game going longer.
Oh, I do. Yeah, a lot of restore. The Relic Scavengers, the Jedi Temple Guards off the Consulars were really great. Mm-hmm. The Long Beam Cruiser was pretty good, and then there's the Mythosaur. The Mythosaur was my pie in the sky play all day. Like if I could play a Mythosaur off the Jedi Consular for 9, I'm vibing, right? I don't have to win. I just have to play it. Like I said, I played 4 Obi-Wans. Round 1, I played an Obi-Wan Versions Temple. All of my Obi-Wans were 2-1. It was a struggle back and forth, because the experience adds up. It's kind of rough. Obi Versions Temple was a fun one. I was saying to him, if he had the Consular, I would have been cooked, right? Getting the Force on turn 1, going into turn 2, I guess, and just immediately slapping something down with the Consular would have ruined my day. I would not have gotten out of that one. So round 1 was Obi Versions Temple, 2-1. Round 2 was Obi Blue, 2-1 win. Third one was Obi Red, 2-0. I met the guy from the Epic Action podcast. He was really nice. We chatted for a bit, had some good conversation. Round 4, I ran into the guy that won the whole thing, and I lost because he was playing Talzin Red, and this Talzin Red pulled a constructed lightsaber. That is tough.
Like I said, I pulled 3 legendaries. If one of them had been a constructed lightsaber, I'd be cooking. Yeah,
you'd be great. Yeah,
it immediately changes the entire. It just changes the math to everything.
It's massive, and so Talzin was hitting me for 7. It was effectively a 7-10 because you get raid 2 off of a villain unit. That guy went on to win the whole doggone thing. Very nice guy. Well deserved. I just couldn't do anything about that at that point. So I moved on to yet another Obi-Wan Red. This one I don't remember much. But anyway, the last round that I played, round 6, was a Snoke Blue, and this deck was cracked. I saw so many big bombs. 8th Brother, the Sun, Snoke himself was indestructible. He put a bolstered endurance on Snoke or something that made him huge. Couldn't get through. Just could not manage. Game 1, he tore me apart. I even got Yoda out. I went Mace into Kelleran into Yoda, and it was not enough to save me. But I did have a Consular out. I did get the Mythosaur out on 9, so I consider it a moral victory going down at 4-2. And I dropped and I dipped, and I learned a lot. But I had a great time. I think this was a good event. Games and Stuff always runs a clean, good event, and they're
got quick, a lot of space, nice,
efficient. Judges are great.
Yep, it's separate from their store, so you can get you can disconnect yourself and go wander around a little bit if you need to.
Yeah,
they've got a bunch of stuff if you need sleeves. I bought
a lot of bathrooms.
Very beautiful Dragon Shield gooseberry sleeves. Look at these things.
Ooh. I got myself a purple binder for next
Okay.
set to color code with the rest of my Johns here. So that's fun. Enjoyed
That's
that.
always fun, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, my main takeaways from this event, because we are going to Philly Sector in 2 weeks, which is also another limited event.
Yep.
My main takeaways are Snoke, Obi, Talzin.
Yep.
Go tall. Scoop up any removal that you can.
Yep.
And have fun.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
it's limited. I think obviously they're kind of wanting to incorporate limited into the overarching, skill set of the game. I think draft is probably the better skill expression of limited than sealed. I think sealed, especially just in any given set, we'll look at it in the microcosm of this set. I think obviously it can be a little bit hemmed into maybe a certain area of leaders. The go tall thing is a little, can be abused. So it's very dependent on like what upgrades you might be pulling. And then obviously there's just the general variance, like we went through with my pull where it's like, oh, pulled a ton of rares and legendaries, but double aspect. And you get people that are pulling a rare base is not going to be an issue with the next set, but is a thing that generally can kind of sour your pool a little bit because your rares can be they can range from being unusable to extremely powerful.
Right.
And so can your maybe one legendary that you're going to pull. It can range from like a Zuckuss to a constructed lightsaber.
Definitely. Yeah, there are some stinkers as far as legendaries go. You got to make the best of what you got.
Yep.
So, Flock, what do you think?
Yeah.
Think about the socks?
No. Actually, now I am. Thanks. Itching to know the score now. No, yeah, the event was good. I think it was run smoothly. I was telling everyone before, like while we were making our decks, I was like, man, it's really nice to just like the night before, I was able to sit back, watch TV, drink a beer, and not worry about what I'm bringing tomorrow. And then just woke up on the drive. Your drive, you're not thinking out possible plays. You're just like, yeah, I wonder what I want to get.
I played Warhammer until like 3 a.m.
Yeah,
I should have not done that.
We thought you weren't going to show up.
Yeah, I was there. I made it exactly on time.
No, you were, but we were like, oh, where's Scott?
Yeah, I had a little too much myself the night before.
I'll freely admit, the O2. I was like, there's a silver lining here. I'm exhausted. I was 2 energy drinks in and still like,
yeah.
So maybe I'm not going to do that for
because that event starts at 9.
Yeah, but that event's also 20 minutes. I'm the closest one to it.
The closest one.
Yeah,
I can walk.
Yeah, I can't walk. Not a walkable.
This was a 2-hour drive.
Yes,
yeah. A little different.
My last piece of advice that I just thought of is don't be afraid to go out of aspect within reason.
Yeah,
right. If you're playing Obi Blue and you have a Talzin's Assassin, slap that puppy in there. That might be helpful to you later.
Yeah, there's definitely
coming in for 6.
Yeah, there's Talzin's Assassins, there's Heirloom Lightsabers, there's probably other upgrades. Heirloom is probably one of the better ones because it's +2/+2. Mm-hmm. Protect the Pod, Whirlwind of Power.
Yep. Quinlan was great. The heavy blaster cannon was great to just kind of banging some.
I don't know if I want to play 6 for the heavy blaster cannon.
Oh no, yeah, out of aspect, I lost myself. Yeah, no, probably not. I mean, honestly, in some cases, it was really good to just kind of push yourself over the edge there. But I get it. It's 3 free damage in different instincts to instances to get rid of like shields and stuff.
Yeah,
but, maybe not worse.
Maybe you play it on a deploy 6 leader where if that's what I'm going to play, you pay 6 for it and you get some damage and you get a 2/2 on top of your already 4/7.
Yeah, I put it on everything. I put it on a Porg. I put it on Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
I put it on whoever was out.
Porg with a Gatling gun.
Porg with a Gatling gun. How can you hate that, right?
Yeah.
So thoughts on the Philly sector coming up since we mentioned it. Are you taking away anything else from this event that might help you that you're like thinking about when you're going into this event on 2 weeks from now? Like, how are you feeling about the Philly sector overall?
I'm feeling better for it personally. I think I'll play better. I just played bad, and Talzin's too much thinking for me. I don't know. I think if I play any other leader, I'm probably okay. I was trying to avoid Talzin, but
she finds you.
I know she found me.
Just pull 2 heirloom lightsabers and play Cal Kestis.
Cal Kestis.
Heck yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. No, I'm feeling pretty good. Even with the O2, like it was one of those things where seeing my my pool, I was like, ugh, and then it kind of worked the way that I thought it would work. So I'm like, all right, well, it can only get better.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, I think that you don't really know what you're doing until round 2, I would argue. Like, you're kind of still figuring things out round 1. I mean, you have a general game plan.
Yeah.
But, will it work the way you want it to? Do you have to make some adjustments? Are you confident in what you're doing? And if you're not, there's still some time to pivot.
Yep.
Sort of. Within reason. You might lose your game 1 every time, but you could find a way to size some stuff in that might help you out. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And if you are going to the Philly sector in 2 weeks, please come and say hello. We will probably be donning our Golden Dice stuff and be happy to have a conversation with you.
Yeah,
if you are so inclined.
Yeah.
And there hasn't really been a ton of news per se since the last time we recorded a pod. It's just been a lot of spoilers and showing off the spotlight decks.
Didn't they ban Force Throw in between the
Did they? Was that not last time?
I think that happened in between.
They banned Force Throw. That's been talked about to death, though. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. We talked about it a lot leading up to that entire thing. It's been talked about.
Not really surprised,
Yeah, not surprised. The meta's spread out. We're not particularly. I can't personally say I'm locked in. I've watched some content that people have put out, but like for the most part, the meta's all over the place. I'm seeing a lot of Dataval, Ray Dataval's popping up again. Han 1, Han 2, maybe some Kira. Sabine has been up on the rise again. With Force Throw.
Thrawn
around. Yeah, Thrawn Dataval, Thrawn Red, Thrawn Yellow, all kinds of Thrawn rainbows popping up. Yeah, it's a little early to say anything because it's only been 1 week of results. Last weekend had some PQs, they had some winners, and they had some, not I would say fringe decks, but things that you would expect to pop up. So, yeah, okay. So Force Throw was banned. That's pretty big since the last time we podcasted.
Slightly.
But as far as the other FFG stuff, they just kind of been showing off the new set, and we did a whole bunch of spoilers on that last week. So if you're looking, go ahead.
What else? Trilogies.
Oh, trilogies will follow the ban list,
which is
that's great.
That turns it into a real format. You were to the point where if you did not do that, you could build 3 discrete decks just leveraging ban list cards.
Yeah.
And in that case, the whole but you can ban one of the decks doesn't work.
Right. Yeah. Boba, Django, Han with DJ in it.
Yeah.
Some of them have Force Throw, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like there's too many cards that are now on the ban list for this current block of legal things where it's like, all right, you need it. I'm very happy they did that because I really like trilogies. But we've also played trilogies kind of with the gentleman's wink agreement.
We
weren't going to leverage ban. I don't think we've actually used any ban cards.
People in the comments were like, I wanted to see Boba. And I'm like, I didn't.
Yeah, I don't, one of those things, because it was also a way for us to test for Premiere stuff.
Right.
It's easy ban or test for Premiere stuff, in which case you're not getting any usable information.
Right. So, sure. Other than
those 2 things,
Force Throw and the ban list being in effect, I guess those are pretty big things. I kind of thought we talked about it last week, but we didn't podcast last week.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that Set 6 has been up on everyone's minds and on the uptick. They've seen over half of the set by now, and I just kind of wanted to see what everyone was feeling because I've seen a lot of discourse online as far as where is the power in Secrets of Power. We'll put up a video. Some people are kind of high on it. Some people are kind of low on it. The leaders are all over the place. What do we think? Why don't you start, Flock? Why don't you go? What do you think about Secrets so far? Have you been up to date on your coverage?
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like I just I don't see any. I just want to see how plot works out. Like if plot is good, then it might be an okay set. But the power is not there, so it just looks like we're gonna get like a few cards that you might use, and then that's about it. I feel like, I don't know.
That's valid.
That's all I see right now.
I'm waiting for like the big plot bomb to get revealed, if there is going to be one. I just keep on waiting for it, and I just haven't seen it yet. I think as a mechanic, it's a bomb mechanic. Like, it definitely has the capacity to be extremely powerful, but I just haven't seen a card that I'm like, ooh, that's what I want to be flipping for the pot. I think like the strongest plot card is probably Jar Jar Binks.
Top of the Summit is also very good.
Top of the Summit is also very good, but it's good in a very specific.
Palpatine's good. Jar Jar's good.
Yeah.
Top of the Summit is good. Other than that, though, yeah, I'm kind of with you that it's kind of a limp noodle.
And I'm like waiting for whatever Disclosed does.
Nothing.
Yeah, like
it discloses the coordinators.
See, it just feels like some of the disclosed stuff. They have other cards that do the same thing where you don't disclose.
Yeah, it's like it's like until rotation hit, these cards are like, we have that at home.
Yep.
Yeah. They just showed off a card today that was Mandalorian that you disclose a single red card, and if you don't, you do 2 damage to your base.
Yeah, it's a
2/3/3.
Yeah, it's
it's a Battlefield Marine at home.
Battlefield Marine at home.
Yeah. And it's like, okay,
3/3 is very powerful.
3/3 is great, but like we've seen that, we have that.
Yeah.
My big concern for this set is going into it, like, rotations around the corner, right? But for the next 6 months, right? This is October 1st. We're recording this. For the next 6 months, right, until set 7 comes out. I don't know the title of it. Set 7 comes out and rotation hits. I fear that this set is just going to fuel the same archetypes we've seen. Like, it gives the same leaders that have been dominating more toys, right?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen a single leader that I'm like, oh, they're definitely going to take over the spot, right? Like, they have some interesting concepts. Like, Bail Organa is very interesting.
Yeah. I have no idea where DJ, the 2 that they previewed recently, I'm like, I don't know what to make of them.
No clue.
And then Luthen's pretty good looking. Possibly could have some legs. 3PO, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
But that they're just like, what do they do, right? Like, I don't see them edging out anything that currently exists, because sets 1 and 2 are just so busted.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I can see DJ being decent with, like, you get the play cards cheaper, so you put on like a Sentinel under, or you capture with under a Sentinel, and
but you can't play heroic or villainy cards.
Oh.
He is double yellow.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
He is not heroic. He is not villainy.
I didn't even notice
double
that.
Yellow. So you're stuck playing. You're stuck playing double yellow cards, and then whatever other aspect you choose.
So he's especially a leader that goes from usable in a 6-set world, and then as soon as rotation hits, he becomes unusable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because what do we have?
4-set world.
What do we have from 4/5? And I don't know what's in the 6 as far as double yellow, but like
Zuckuss.
That's it. That's the only thing that comes to mind, right? Like, there's nothing else.
Not
there.
Cunning. Cunning will go away.
Cunning's gone. I don't even know what Cantina Bouncer and Bodhi are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just doesn't really seem like he's going to make a splash.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
he's interesting, but almost unusable, right? So that's my concern. I mean, we have yet to see a lot of these cards, so there's something that could turn around.
I think the whole Knights of the Old Republic 2 stuff that they previewed today, I think it's really interesting that those things exist. I think some of them are pretty decent looking.
Yeah.
And I just think it's cool that those are in the game.
Absolutely. Yeah, there are some cards that I'm like, oh, cool, neat.
Mm-hmm.
Will I play them?
I
don't know.
I keep on, like I said, I'm waiting for I'm waiting for more plot cards. There just doesn't seem like there's a lot of them.
It doesn't. Yeah, there's the plot armor. There's the give you more health. There's Topple. There's Jar Jar. There's the ambush one that got spoiled with Bale. There's not a ton. I'd say there's like 8 or 9 so far. Maybe.
And that's like half the set, so maybe we're expecting like 16.
Yeah, and that doesn't seem like a ton, right?
No, that seems like a few.
Smuggle seemed like it had like every other card had Smuggle, or
Yeah.
Bounty, or Capture, or like this set just seems to be a little anemic so far. I don't know,
I agree.
but yeah, I guess time will tell, and I just wanted to get our finger on the pulse as far as how we were feeling about it before we signed off, because I don't really have a ton else tonight, unless one of you gents have anything you want to add.
No, I think we kind of covered it all. It was had fun at Maryland despite the showing. Looking forward to sectors. You know, just hoping to pull some not Zuckuses and not
Right.
Opus Rancis
Opal Rancisis.
or whatever. Size matters not.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Flock, anything else?
No. Is Jack going to be there?
No.
Aw.
He will not be there.
I thought he was going to be there.
No, he will not be there.
Aw.
He doesn't want to see his family.
No, he does not want to see his family.
Rude.
I can't confirm that one. I just know he won't be there. Can't confirm the other one. It's not that one.
Yeah, I'm excited for Philly. That'll be fun. Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited to go in and go to another event with the prize ball. You know me.
Prize
I
ball.
like the shinies. So, all right. Well, if that's all, then I am content to say thanks for joining us on this episode, and you can check us out everywhere that we exist. Right. So YouTube, Facebook, X. Not that we particularly post on any of those things too often, but YouTube, Spotify. You know, all the good stuff. And thank you for checking us out, and we will catch you in the next one. See ya.